So today is April 30th, Friday, beautiful Friday day at garden plot number 66 in Reston Association's Golf Course Island garden plots. So lots of changes in the last 2 weeks since I've done a video. Today I just transplanted from seed Jersey gem asparagus. I planted 6 seeds and 4 grew, so I have those. They are really tiny. You can kind of barely see them. They almost look like grass blades. So I don't know anyone that's ever started them from seed and grown them at home, so we'll see what happens. Chives are next. The rest of this bed is actually empty of stuff. The next bed here, I covered these strawberries in the cage that I made last week because we lost them all to chipmunks last year, and that's no bueno. Another small patch of strawberries grew up there. Pole beans came up and through, but I think slugs ate them, which is why I poured some beer in there and had some myself. And there's some of the flowers coming up, those climbing black-eyed Susans. 3 tomato plants along the back are still doing okay. They have a little bit of light and sun scorch, I think, on the leaves, but I think they'll snap back. That happened last year too. Today I planted these pepper plants, which I started from seed, and I still have to put some labels on them. They are just lunchbox peppers, the small kind. I'll keep moving back here. The peas are getting taller, but something ate the top off of a lot of them. So I know we have a lot of things it could have been. It could have been a rabbit. It could have been the gopher that goes around here, but that made me kind of sad. But there's a couple that are still like full size and weren't touched, so that's good. We'll see what happens if we get any this year. Those are climbing peas, and then these are bush peas right here. So we'll see what happens. In the middle here, the spinach and some more beer in that little black dish because the slugs are really doing a number with the radish. You could see on some of them, but not all of them. Those first 2 rows are radish, and then next over here is kale, a row of kale, and then another row of radish, they're all different kinds of radish. So you can see these are white icicle tops. You can see that all the tops are coming through. These are, I think I mixed up this thing. I think these are red daikon, and I labeled them wrong because this one says red daikon, but I don't think that's what those are. I think these are the red daikon, but only time will tell. I'm going to have to check with Kira on when I can pull all of these. The white icicles might be done, and they might need some more time. Okay, we will keep going back here. The last bed of strawberries here. So good, we don't have anything else planted in here, and that's just weeds coming in. But I'm not sure if I showed you this really fun thing last time. I got this I think I got that on Amazon. This pole. Put a hummingbird feeder over there. I have to get some liquid to put in there that's correct, or sugar water, and then I have pansies here and something else that I'm not sure what that's called in the middle, but it didn't do really well. And then going along the back still, the raspberries and blackberries are doing good. There's 4 blackberries and 2 raspberries that I planted, but the raspberries are really taking over. They're the thorny kind, and I really need help kind of like pruning them. I think they're just taking over. And then the onions are down here in the front. 3 kinds of onions. They're kind of getting overshadowed a little bit, but I think that's okay. We planted them early enough this year, so hopefully they'll get nice and big. And then moving this way, we have some more strawberries. Don't judge me. But I let them kind of get out of control because I love them. I'm going to make another cage for both this one and that one so that we, again, like I said, we lost them all last year, so that just can't happen this year. Here I have 3 different kinds of lettuce that Marion, the kids, planted. This is arugula, salad lettuce, and then Caesar lettuce over here. just go over here quickly to the left. The blueberry bush is looking really good. I don't know when the cicada bloom is going to start, but I'm just hoping that it doesn't succumb to that at all. I have a net just in case. Of course I do. And then the rose bush, this is getting really close to its first bloom, which will be this guy. It's gonna be so pretty. This is a mix of like white and pink striped rose. This is unbelievably pretty from I remember from last year. So excited for that. My flower garden is a little bit weedy, but a couple of things have popped up here that I think are some of the, like the cosmos popped up, a couple of zinnias, and then the celosias. I can't tell if it's grass or celosia, so I've got to wait a little while before I pick in there. Rose hips are doing good. That's what's that bright green thing right there. Another one over in the other corner. And the carrots are definitely coming in now. So you can see those. And there's 2 rows lengthwise along each side of this bed. And then down the middle are bush beans. So really, really fun. Hopefully those make it. I think 2 out of the 4 will definitely make it, but they went through a frost and they weren't expecting that. We weren't expecting that at all. So I covered the tomatoes, but I didn't have enough buckets to cover the beans, and I think tomatoes are a little bit more susceptible, so I chose the tomatoes. But anyways, I also have cucumbers that I planted. Those are transplants that I started from seed, and then I planted like the actual seed in the ground next to it as an experiment, just to see which one did better so I know what to do next year. And this is pretty impressive, actually. A little bit windy today, but the nasturtium look really, really happy. They've gotten really big, and I just can't wait for them to flower. I think these are just the neatest leaves, and then just the prettiest flowers that you can actually eat and put on salads, and they're just kind of this delicious bitter taste. But they're coming up all over that, every single spot that I planted when they're coming in. So that's really exciting. They're so pretty. And then I think the last thing that is a kind of an update is we have 3 new guys in here. I moved the lavender over here. This beautiful lavender tree. I picked off all the dead flowers and new ones came back almost like overnight. That was really cool. It smells so good. And then we planted cilantro. The cilantro is coming up, so Mark will be very happy about that. And then this week I planted some Tulsi basil and lemon balm. And I didn't know this, but Tulsi basil is mainly used in teas. Kira sent it to me, and I can't wait to try it in a tea. I'm going to plant regular basil here too soon. I have one started at home. And I think that's it for the garden tour.